This is my 6-speed manual twin turbo Camaro SS, except it's not twin turbo anymore, and I didn't even know it was boosted when I bought it. Now, there were signs like a blow-off valve under the hood and a boost gauge, but the auction, who normally lists aftermarket parts, didn't mention anything, and because of that, I won this 25,000-mile 2SS Camaro for only $16,000. I buy most of these cars sight unseen, and the Camaro was no different, so I discovered it had twin rear mount turbos at the auction lot, and then I discovered why they listed this as red light as is. One of the turbos was not happy at all and was spewing oil everywhere. After trailering the Camaro back to the shop, I discovered about $25,000 in mods, including a Ford 9-inch rear end, a high-end coilover suspension, and much more. Since the turbos and intercooler piping had seen better days, I removed it all, fixed a coolant leak for free, changed the oil, and took the car out for a test drive to, you know, test stuff out. I learned two things during that drive. One, I love this car. It sounds so good and runs great even without turbos. And two, I learned why the auction wrote bad trans on the windshield. Oh, uh-oh. That's not good. Now, although the Camaro is currently turbo-less, it won't be for long because of what's in these two boxes. Take a guess what's in the boxes. I bet you don't get it. What did you guess? Like turbos or something? Well, if you guessed turbos, well, I mean, you're totally right. In hindsight, I guess it was pretty obvious what's in the boxes, but you guys are never gonna guess what makes these turbochargers so special. And for that, you're gonna have to wait until after this intro, which is coming up here in a few seconds after the song ends and the little logo thing comes up. So I hope you can wait that long because it's seriously like 2 seconds away. So I'll see you after the logo intro thing. All right, as promised like 3 seconds ago, here is one of two of my new turbochargers, and what makes this so awesome is it is completely self-contained. So we aren't running any oil lines or any coolant lines to this turbo. It is oilless and waterless. It has a very high temperature grease. Here is a Zerk fitting for it. And these are pretty awesome. They're from Comp Turbo, and these are much larger than the turbos that were on the car. And just take a look at this billet compressor wheel. I cannot wait to hear these guys spooling up. So our turbocharger is obviously gonna go in the back like this, and we'll get some new hardware in there, and perfect. Yeah, so this is a much larger turbocharger, but there's so much room here inside of the bumper that we're still gonna be good with fitment, and we're gonna do something much nicer with the downpipes, which are also the tailpipes. Now, I did have this turbocharger ceramic coated on the hot side, and that is to help with spool because this has a ton of exhaust, and you need heat along with exhaust flow to spool a turbo. So I wanna remove this entire system, and we're gonna get it ceramic coated like this. All right, let's start removing some exhaust. Oh, that was much easier than I thought. Well, for sure this was gonna break off. That's not the right size. Okay. On this side, they were all sorts of confused. Oh, these are so loose. I'll take it though. It's coming apart pretty easily. Next, we have a brace. So 4 bolts for the brace. Little factory subframe connector, if you will. Okay, that was spaced out with a bunch of washers. I don't really know why that was spaced out. There was plenty of room, unless it was for a previous exhaust system that was hitting here. I don't know. These are questions we may never know the answer to, but this is becoming more and more free every second. From there, we just have rubber hangers. I love these hanger tools. These are so nice. Look at that, bam, so easy. Caw, caw, caw. Oh my gosh. Almost died. Almost died. All right, probably should have done the ones in the back first. Yeah, this is gonna be awkward. Got the screw jack here, saving the day. Push this hanger off here. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right, that's coming off. This one is still hanging on. Gotta be quick. Okay. Whew. Okay, here we go. This is one nice big chunk of exhaust. My microphone is stuck. Okay. You guys want to see something that always happens to me when I'm filming that you pretty much never see? It's a great example. I'm having a hard time hearing me right now. That's because my mic is right here. I use a magnet and it gets stuck on all the time. There we go. Okay, I'm back. Someone's calling me, yay. Something I want to test right away are the waste gates, just in case we need new ones. So we're gonna put a little vacuum to this, and this valve should start to open. Oh, there we go. That's opening up. And then we're just watching this gauge to make sure that the diaphragm is holding, and it's looking really good. There we go. And it shuts when we let off. Now we're gonna pump up the passenger side now. Is that not working? Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's working, but maybe not as good as the other side. I keep pumping this up. That's about all we're getting. It's probably sealing okay. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think they're working pretty good. Let's take them off because we got to send the entire exhaust out to get coated. This is gonna look so much better. Just a couple bolts to get these guys out, although kind of difficult to get to. Oh, there we go. Got it. Don't drop it. Okay. Yeah, these are Turbo Smart. Pretty good gates from what I understand. You know what? I'm gonna take these headers off too and have them coated as well. This is probably gonna be a big pain in the butt, but I want this done right. Also, I have a really weird coolant leak that I think is coming from this cooler, but not from the gaskets. I think it's porous or something. I don't know, but with the header out of the way, we'll be able to get a good look at that, I think. So for now, let's remove these. Just a clamp right there. Little hammer persuasion. Man, that thing is on there. Never get any leaks from there. There we go. Get this one off too. Shimmy sham. All right. Oh man, you guys remember what's going on with the transmission from the last video? Fourth gear is not happy. Oh, uh-oh. That's not good. I have to figure that out too. There's a lot to do. Back under the hood, we have to attack these header bolts. That side looks easy. This side, yeah, not so much. But anyway, let's take off our STS oil cap, pop off our engine cover, and our intake tube is off to the powder coater. So as you saw in the last video, the intercooler system for this car is very extensive. It's essentially a full exhaust system, and I have that already at the powder coater. We're going with gloss black. This whole system underneath the car is gonna look so good. This engine cover is a little dirty, and we can't have that. We gotta spray it down with some release. Oh yeah, Chevy would be proud. Much, much better, but this was an easy job. My roof has been leaking uncontrollably lately, and they tried to patch it up with tar, and now tar is leaking into my shop. I mean, look at my grinder. It is nasty. We'll let that dwell for a minute. Oh yeah, I cannot believe this. Release can even clean tar? Are you kidding me? Oh, there she goes. There she goes. I mean, this is worst case scenario, guys. This is tar. I mean, look at that. So I use Release to spot clean my disgusting floor after working on one of my many projects. And then you can use this on practically every inch of a car, including cleaning the wheels no matter what finish they are. I use this to clean glass for a streak-free shine. It's also one of my favorite interior cleaners, no matter if you're working on leather. You can also use this on cloth. Look what it did with the light gray cloth in my Typhoon. I thought I had to replace this. Not only can you use Release in the shop, but it's excellent at home. You can use this on kitchen cabinets. If you have annoying fingerprints on your stainless steel appliances, this will clean that right off. If you never clean your grill, well, don't worry about it. Just get Release. It'll basically clean it for you. I've even used this to clean soot off the side of my house. Now, Release is an all-American company. It's made right in Wisconsin, and they give you a lot of options on how to buy this. So they have the pre-made 32-ounce spray bottles. These are super nice and convenient. They also have a ready-to-use 1-gallon refill, or you can buy it in their full concentrate. You mix this with your own water, and this is by far the most affordable way to buy this. So you can make about 80 32-ounce bottles like this for around $1 each. So I'm gonna drop you guys a link down below directly to Release's website where you can use coupon code LEGIT for 10% off, and you can buy this on Amazon as well. So I'm gonna drop that link down there also. So if you guys have wanted to support a good American company that makes an excellent product at an affordable price, this is the one. Take advantage of the coupon code. Now back to the Camaro. Let's get to work. We're gonna disconnect our coolant sensor and our awesome spark plug wires. These are the ceramic ones, so they don't melt. Pretty cool. And you know what? I'm just gonna get these out of the way. Give us as much room as possible. We can remove our spark plugs next. I haven't replaced these yet. I wanted to do that after we get some tuning done, just in case it was running rich, which, yeah, I definitely think it was running rich. This thing like burns my eyes as it's running, so yeah, it needs a whole new retune. Yeah, these plugs are rough, guys. Let me tell you, I'm surprised it was running so good. These header bolts are 10 millimeter 12 points. These are actually the nice ones, which is great. Oh man, so far so good. Jinx yourself, Alex. Yeah, these are great. This one's gonna be a pain in the butt to get to. We'll have to get that with a wrench. I'll take it though. Kind of a little loose, not gonna lie, but I'd rather have that than stuck in the cylinder head. That would stink, but all right, we're doing pretty good. This is such the easy side. That's gonna be a nightmare. All right, these are all coming out nice and easy. Okay, that was it. Slid right off, last bolt. This header is loose. Hopefully we can go back down that way with it. Oh, seriously? Oh my gosh. Wow. That was like the easiest header ever. Oh, this side is gonna stink. This header is going into the exhaust pile. Just one more header to go. Yeah, this side just has literally everything. Fuel lines, ABS, it's got a big ground. But anyway, we're gonna go through the same process. We'll get rid of the spark plugs first. Just harder to show you guys. All right, I got one of the plugs out. Yeah, it looks just like the other side. And oddly enough, these are TR5s. It's really not like a boost plug. It's more like a naturally aspirated plug. TR6 is when they start getting colder. So that's weird. I've got all the plugs out. Now it's just a matter of getting various ratchets and probably some wrenches in there to hit up these. I don't know, maybe it's not that bad. Okay, after about 20 minutes, the header is loose. Please just slide out. So close. What is in the way? Get out. I unbolted the dipstick. That's what we're getting hung up on. I should be able to pull this out now. There we go. All right. Oh my gosh, that literally just fell out. It was just being held up by the dipstick tube. Okay, yeah, maybe take that out first. That'll help you. We're going up with the lift right now, and I gotta catch this from falling out because it literally fell out. There we go. Okay, we got it. What brand do we have? Speed Engineering. Okay, yeah, I've heard of those. Awesome. I've probably used them before in the past, honestly. They look like some fine headers. Look at these welds. That looks good. All right, cool. All right, we're gonna hook up the coolant pressure tester right now. With the headers gone, we can really look around that oil cooler. I wanna see where it's leaking from. And the exhaust is now with the ceramic coaters, so hopefully we'll have that back in a couple days. So we gotta do some fixes in the meantime. Let's pump it up. All right, guys, this is very hard to see, but in this corner here, in the shadow of the air nozzle, there is a little leak. If I blow it out, you see that? You see that? You see that movement? Yeah, like right in here, it's like the seam. So it's not the gasket where it meets up. It's the actual casting, I think, is porous in this area. And our drip is back, so we gotta get this off. I'm gonna see maybe if we can weld that because a new oil cooler for this thing, for some reason, is like $800. It's insane. Oh, look at this. This is so nice. Oh, thank you, Camaro. They gave us a normal drain at the bottom of the radiator with no frame in the way. Thank you. There are some cars where there's no drain. You just gotta pop a hose off the bottom and make a mess. And then other cars, they put it in such a weird spot that you can't get to it and there's stuff underneath it that gets all wet. This is American ingenuity right here. While that's draining, let's take a look at this shifter. Okay, wait a minute. Before this shifter, we have been trying to figure out the history of this car, and Max found a 16-year-old video that may explain it. All right, check this out. That definitely looks like the car. Yes, that's it, right? Look at that. Right there. That has the exact same gauges with the buttons and the lights and everything. Oh my God, that sounds good. It's pressing buttons up there. Yeah, this is on the STS Turbo YouTube channel. Oh, wait a minute, look at this guy. Pretty sure LegitStreetCars just found this gem. Hold on, go to the replies. This has to be the same one, flipping the switch. Yes, I agree. Okay, that has got to be the car. It is identical in every way with those gauges, and then it's obviously silver with the black stripes on the hood and the trunk and the wheels and everything. Also, a lot of you guys had commented that you'd seen this car at SEMA and that it was a development car for STS, and it was displayed there, although no one has sent me pictures. They were just commenting. So at legitstreetcars@gmail.com, if you guys have any pictures of this car at the STS booth or any other information, let me know. But yeah, I'd venture to say this is one of their development cars. And gosh, I'd love to know the rest of the history on it. That's so cool.
This is SEMA's YouTube channel.
Okay.
SEMA 2009 new products. New from STS Turbo, STS 2010 Camaro Remote Twin Turbo System.
Huh. Wow. Okay. We can see the car? Is that it?
I think that's it.
They're just not going to say anything anymore? They're done?
That's it.
They're done. All right. That was 2010 video quality, people. All right. I think I found my new hobby, looking up insanely old videos. Look at this. They did the same thing for all of the products. like 16 years ago. Just quick little clips. Okay. Anyway, speaking of products, let's go see if we can fix this shifter. I'm pulling this rubber down so we can actually see what's going on. There we go. All right, so this is definitely an aftermarket shifter. And so there is a bar on this side and one on this side as well. All right, so there is neutral and we can turn the drive shaft. Cool. That's first gear right there. And now we won't be able to turn the drive shaft. What is that noise? Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me right now? Look at that. This is totally loose. This one too. Why is that loose? That's so bad. Anyway, I'm glad I caught that. You should not have any play like that. But anyway, what I wanted to show you is that in first gear, it would take an insane amount of power for me to turn this drive shaft and actually turn the rear wheels. So I can turn the wheels and it's not gonna turn the diff because everything is connected right now, the transmission and the engine. So even with a pry bar, you can't really turn this. But let's go to fourth now. So that is fourth. And if you guys remember, it kept on popping out of gear. Let's see. Oh yeah. Yeah, see, I can do it now. Yeah, I can spin this, and it is supposedly in fourth, so it's already popped out. Go back to fourth. Yeah, it had popped out. So we're in fourth, I can't turn it. Oh no, now I can. Yeah, and it's skipping. You can hear it. Yeah, it is skipping right now. It's partially engaged. Okay, I think, what if we jam it in fourth? Maybe that'll help. All right, so I got Cody in the car. He is really holding it into fourth. Okay, so yep, now we can't turn it at all. All right, Cody, keep it in fourth, but don't force it. Yeah, and now we can go out of it. Okay. Yeah, guys, we might get lucky. This could be a shifter issue, especially after seeing those drive shaft nuts and bolts are all loose. If something up there isn't tight and we're not actually putting it all the way into fourth when we think we are, that could be the whole issue. Or the transmission needs to be completely disassembled and I have to spend a lot of money and time rebuilding it. One of the two. You know, I gotta say, this has always felt weird going into one. It kind of like swoops in. You can see it moving. Watch. It should just go straight up. It doesn't. This is just so weird. That feels normal right now. Let's see, this pops right up. Should be pretty easy to get to this. Oh yeah, this is really nice. So easy, look at that. Ooh, yeah, we get to clean that up a little bit. That's kind of weird. Yeah, you can see they tapped in an orange wire to feed, I think the gauges or something off of the cigarette lighter. But these gauges are factory. It was the 8-pillar ones. We have a new 8-pillar on order. Oh, and hang on, you want to see something that's super hacked up? So you guys probably remember from the first video, this has kind of a gaudy forged carbon steering wheel. I popped the airbag off because we had an airbag light, and look what I found. They spliced into the airbag connectors. I'm not exactly sure why. I'm assuming something to do with running the steering wheel and pulling power or something for this stuff. I don't know. Never do that, guys. Never tap into airbag wiring, no matter what. These two wires that go to these connectors, that's literally what blows off the airbag. You do not want to mess with that. Anyway, you know we're fixing that. I got some parts in order. We're replacing the whole clock spring, the steering wheel, just everything. But anyway, let's get some screws out of here. I'm kind of bouncing around here fixing coolant leaks and airbags and shifters and the exhaust and new turbos. I'm doing a lot in this video and it could pay off big time if we could fix this shifter. I've got all the screws out, so now we can pull up our nice leather boot and we can start to see what's going on in here with our aftermarket shifter. Okay, so this is a little torn, no big deal. We can see some grease in there, screws holding it down. Wow, this whole thing is just so loose. And this isn't in neutral. This is neutral. This is literally any gear. This is third, fourth. It is so loose. We could just be not actually engaging the gear all the way. Look at that. Actually, this reminds me, I rebuilt the TR6060 in my other 2010 Camaro last year, so I know the internals of this transmission very, very well. And right where that shifter goes in, there is a plastic bushing. And if that was missing, this would be super, super loose. So yeah, we gotta look at that. All right, this has a really nice insulation pad. I like that. Less noise in the cabin. Oh, look at this. There's another one. Double. That cannot be factory. GM's not worried about noise that much in a Camaro. They must have just put two in here for some reason. But there's a lot of grease in here. That is so bad. I want to get rid of this shifter ball right here. Oh, that's it. Okay, cool. So it's just a collar we loosened. Okay, so with this off, there's our neutral. Yeah, fourth just, it's not going all the way back. Like that feels good. I found out more disassembly is required with the shifter, but I took a bunch of pictures and I sent it to the shifter company, and we're actually emailing with the owner. So he's gonna get back to us on a little bit of shifter diagnosis if that's it. If not, we might have to, you know, rip the trans out. But we're bouncing around and we're going back to our coolant leak. So I'm gonna remove this completely from the car. I'm gonna send some pictures of my buddy Blaine. He welded the 2 holes in the side of the block on my 2010 Corvette. So maybe he can weld this too. All right, I've gotten all the bolts out. We're just draining a little bit more Dex Cool.
While the coolant's draining, don't forget you guys can enter to win my twin turbo Camaro SS plus $5,000 cash at LegitStreetCars.com. I'll drop the link down below. For every $1 you spend, you get 1 entry. And for some of you guys, there's gonna be bonus points when you check out. So you'll just automatically see it pop up if you're gonna get it. So LegitStreetCars.com if you wanna win the car plus $5,000 cash. Good luck. Okay, last bolt's out. Here we go. Here she is. And here are the 4 O-rings. These are fine. I wish it was just these. That'd be great. It's somewhere in here that's leaking. It's just become porous. Weird. I loaded up the oil cooler in the Typhoon to bring it over to a welder to see if we can get this fixed. And because he's kind of in the country, yeah, this thing's too much fun. All right, we just made it over to Blaine's garage. Blaine, I got you a present. Oh, nice little care package.
Yes, a nice care package. I'm just kidding. It's just got a Camaro SS, you know, oil cooler in it.
Something for me to fix.
Exactly. But I actually did get you a present. I got you the new Legit Street Cars Ultra Pen Light in blue, which is probably sold out at this point.
I love it.
But we might have some green and black ones left, LegitStreetCars.com. But anyway, that's for you.
Nice. Thank
Yeah,
you, man.
no problem.
Appreciate that. That's awesome. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, no problem. We heard a nail or something fall and we're trying to find it. This is seriously not a product placement right now, but here's my blue pen light. We gotta find it. All right, Blaine's setting up his TIG welder. So the plan here, I mean, you can see it's really crazy. There's a lot of little porous spots, and I did some research, and this is a known thing. People have leaks from here. The idea here, in some of these spots, it doesn't look like it was leaking, but we're gonna try and get a bead all the way around, and hopefully that'll fix it.
It'll either weld or it won't.
Yeah.
It's the only option. Yeah, really, it comes down to mostly whether or not the metal will take it, you know?
Yeah, this is probably very thin as well, right?
It's gonna be real thin in there. That's not so much I'm concerned about. It's just mostly whatever the composition. There are certain aluminums that they use for casting that do not weld. They don't take a weld well. But yeah, we're gonna strike an arc and we're gonna see if it takes a weld or if it just starts blowing apart.
All right.
I mean, we're off to a promising start.
Yeah, I mean, that looks awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. A little dirty, but that's, you know, because the aluminum's kind of porous, so you get all the old oil. You cleaned it real well, but there's, you know, it is what it is on that. You can see a little bit of like the soot kind of around.
Oh yeah.
But so the AC kind of helps clean the aluminum. That's where you're getting that black soot. Is just kind of knocking out the impurities.
Okay.
But this didn't start blowing apart. It's not smoking crazy. So
Okay.
I think we're gonna run a nice beat
Cool.
on this and get you back in business.
Nice, awesome. So I had that in the ultrasonic for a couple hours before I brought it here, and that's pretty much all the prep I did. Ah, this is gonna look so good. All right, Blaine's going to town. So far, so good. All right, Blaine just finished up, and this honestly is how they should come from the factory.
I think so.
That looks great. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that is never leaking.
I don't think so.
No. Well, thanks, dude. That's amazing. So with these coolers, I actually could not find them online for like under 500 bucks. There were a few destroyed looking ones for a couple hundred, and I don't know if they make them anymore. So I was just talking with Blaine, and this worked out so well that he's gonna do like a repair service. So I'm gonna drop his Instagram down below. If you guys have one of these coolers on your LS engine, even if it's not leaking, this isn't a bad idea because this is like a common failure where they just start seeping. So if you have it out for whatever you're doing, headers, you might wanna just send it over to Blaine, and I'll drop all of his info down below. So thank you. All right, let's get this thing back on the engine. It's the next day and we are back at the shop with our freshly welded oil cooler and our Camaro, who really needs this. We have all of our intercooler pipes powder coated in gloss black. This looks beautiful, and the headers are back as well. These have been ceramic coated inside and out. Can't wait to see those. And he's doing the entire exhaust all the way back to the turbos right now, so we'll be able to pick that up later. But anyway, let's get this on. You know what, while we're doing that, let's just spray a bunch of degreaser because this thing is just a little grimy. We fixed the coolant leak in the last video. There's really no oil leaks, but this just deserves a nice cleaning. It might have a little remain seal leak that we'll fix at some point, but for now, this will reset everything. We're eventually gonna do new brakes, but These coilovers are very, very nice, like $4,500 set. We just need to clean them up a little bit. And we'll get in here too. Oh yeah, every nook and cranny, people. All right, guys, we're gonna make a mess in the shop. I got the floor cleaner ready to suck up some water. I got my squeegee ready to squeegee. This is gonna be worth it, but it's gonna be so much work for me to clean all the water in the shop. Luckily though, my roof won't stop leaking, so the shop gets filled up every time it rains anyway, so I'm kind of used to this. Here we go, here we go. Goodbye, dirt. Oh, that is awesome. Oh, that is awesome. Nice. Oh, it's so good. It's so clean. Oh, hey, dirt. What's going on? Nothing. Bam. See ya. Oh, this thing's gonna be mint. Mint. I mean, it's a nice 25,000 mile car. It's just a little dirty. I don't give the LegitStreetCars floor cleaner enough credit. This thing is amazing. Look at this. Every once in a while, we're just gonna use it as a vacuum cleaner. So normally it spits out soap, but we don't have that on right now. It's just sucking up water. And yeah. 400 bucks off Facebook Marketplace. It was an Indiana public school floor cleaner before it came here. Anyway, we got Cody doing that, and I'll be doing this at the same time. Oh, let's see. Oh, mint. All that grime is just gone. Woo. Yeah, I'm getting wet too. It'd be nice to get this rack as well. Yeah, look at the difference. That is huge. Like a laser. Sway bar, yep, needs to be clean too. Can't have you. And you know, we're just gonna do all the floorboards as well, because why not? We're making a mess anyway. Oh, this is a good one right here. Yes. Cross member. We figured out we could just leave this thing basically running right there, just sucking up all the water, and it channels right to it. You know what would be amazing? At some shops, it's very rare, they have what's called trench drains, and they're basically drains that run the entire length of the shop. And some people put lifts over them. You have to have a triple basin to do this properly so it catches hard material, and then you have to clean it out and stuff. That's the right way to do it. But a trench drain shop, oh my gosh, that would be cool. I am officially all done now. And when it rains, it pours. No pun intended. Lots of pun intended. The floor scrubber, it stopped working. It was very used. This thing was probably 20-something years old when I bought it. But it worked for a little while. This is normal, like, roof leak level of water. I'm definitely gonna dry all this off, but we are looking good. We blasted this $10,000 Ford 9-inch rear end that was powder coated. That looks great. Everything in the back, just everything. Every little nook and cranny has been cleaned up. It is beautiful. Look at that. You can see GM stickers. Engine looks good. Rack looks great. Oh, man. I'm sure there's already comments of, Alex, why didn't you just dry ice blast it? Because there's a lot of videos that make that look so easy. First off, dry ice blasting is super expensive. Some of those under car transformations you see cost like $3,000. Yeah, it's also a little messy as well. You get that stuff everywhere. I mean, dirt has to go somewhere, but it's mostly just super expensive. And at the end of the day, if you blast an area like this with water or with ice, give it a little wipe, it's gonna look just as clean for like $8 in water. I've dried this up as good as possible, and here are some pretty awesome before and afters. So this part of the frame looked all grimy and nasty before, and now it looks beautiful and clean. And even though you're not gonna see this, it looked pretty bad, and now it looks pretty good. And I gotta say, this is one of my favorite parts, the rack and all the lines and the sway bar in this area. Just super grimy, most likely from taking things apart and getting oil on them and not cleaning it, but that doesn't matter anymore. Now it is sparkly clean. And overall, I'm just really happy with how this turned out. It'll make me feel a lot better when we go back together with this stuff. So we're starting to take it out of its wrapping. I mean, look at this. This is the intake pipe under the hood, and we're still going here, but you get the idea. All of this used to just be kind of raw and ugly looking under the car, and now it's beautiful and gloss black. And we ultrasonicked every single hose clamp because these are all still in really good condition. They're branded STS, but just a little grimy. Ultrasonicked everything, including the silicone, which is also in excellent condition. It's like we've gone back to 2010 when they were putting this kit on for the first time, but better. Much better. Can't wait to get these on. Right now I have our new seals for our oil cooler. So we're getting a little MB sunroof grease on them. It's time for the oil cooler to go back on the engine. Is that how it goes? No, it's not. I don't really remember, honestly. There we go. Okay, that looks good. Yay, I did it. I got all the bolts in here, just tighten them all up. There's quite a few. I torqued all the bolts for the cooler, so that is done. And we've unraveled everything. So we have our long tube headers, beautifully ceramic coated. So the reason I did this is to keep the heat inside in order to spool the turbos quicker. And the entire exhaust is gonna be that way because you need exhaust flow and heat to spool turbos, which is the downfall to the rear mount normally. But this and the triple ceramic ball bearing 2026 version turbos should fix all that. Before we installed the headers, we should probably swap out these engine mounts. There's nothing wrong with them. But you know how I roll with the giveaway cars? I like to make them really, really nice. So we have ZL1 engine mounts. These are direct swap and they're a little bit stronger than the SS. And they look so pretty. The bottom nut looks easy to get to. The top one, not so much. I gotta pry it with a wrench, come on. Okay, going from the top is way easier, especially when you don't have any headers there. Oh yeah, mint. You gotta do your engine mounts if you have your headers off. Okay, these are easy. So now I'm lifting the engine up with our screw jack. So we can get these guys out of there. Engine is rising up. Rise up, engine. I've gotta move the pedestal up a little bit. So I've got the bolts out, they fell. Yeah, okay. Now I can basically, well, might as well just remove it. Yeah, there's our pedestal. And now I can remove the engine mount. There we go. These studs are just super long, so even with the engine jacked up, I couldn't get it out. Is this original? Look at that, April 29th, 2009. You guys know my theory on engine mounts. If it's original on a sports car, it's a good sign that it hasn't been beaten on that much, although this thing is a twin turbo Camaro with a 9-inch rear end, so I mean, I'm sure they've been driving it spiritedly for a little bit, but also 25,000 miles. It just hasn't been used that much. But it don't matter. We got a new one right here. And our new mount. Going in. Okay, I think I literally just dropped it. Yep, I dropped it. I dropped it. Where does this go? There we go. Okay, did I do that right? Oh, I'm like, why isn't that going down? There's the other bolt. All right, yeah, then it locks in place. You get your tabs facing in. I couldn't find this bolt, so anyway, here we go. It's for the pedestals. Now with the mount in, we can put the pedestal on top of it. So that'll go like that, bam. Perfect. Like that camera angle I just got there for you? Yeah. I got the driver's side pedestal out and it's genuine GM, made in China, except in this sticker, it's actually made in chain, which I hear it's really nice in chain this time of year. It's a beautiful place to visit, the good old chain. Is that what happens when your made in China sticker is made in China? Now we can easily remove our driver's side engine mount like that. All right. There she is. This one might have already been replaced. I don't see any GM sticker goodness on it. Don't know, don't care, because we got this bad boy going in. There we go. All right, just clicked in. Perfect. Pedestals are bolted back up. This side too. Now, before we lower the engine, we have an intercooler pipe to install, which I'm excited about because they look cool, but not excited about because this one was a pain in the butt. I saw this handsome fella on YouTube doing the same job. Oh, this is the scene. That is what I need to see. This pipe was a pain in the butt. I had to lift the engine to get it out. Look at how crusty it looks. And this is that same pipe. Wow, that's so much better. Okay, so this needs to get sneaked in through here. Yeah, like that. And this pipe runs somewhere. This one comes out. Yeah, it goes just like that. Oh yeah, and then I'm gonna slide this little block thing back in like that, and the bolt goes in there. I actually got all new hardware because it was just all crustified, and we don't like crustifications, except on like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I do like the crust. Are you one of those people that takes the crust off?
No crust.
If you're an adult, don't admit to it. Sorry, peanut butter and jelly crustless people. It's good for you. It's got the nutrients or whatever. Anyway, we're gonna tighten this up. Then we can lower the engine. Yeah. All right, now we can go down with the engine. I want to do the headers next, and then we can continue on with the cold side stuff. I'm gonna put the headers in from the bottom. These are gigantic 2-inch primaries. Like this car was not messing around. It's gonna be messing around even less when I'm done with it. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Now, it's much easier to take headers out than put them back in, especially when you don't want to scratch them. Oh, not bad. Not bad. Now, throw it. Stay. Stay. Got one more header for you. This one is much more difficult too. Don't scratch. Scratching, Alex. Don't you dare. This is a giveaway car, so one of you guys watching this is going to be the winner. So if I scratch this, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, winner. But I thought, yeah. no scratchy. I like it. If you guys remember last time, this header basically fell out, so Cody's holding it. That's promising. I got this one barely threaded in. I have new exhaust manifold gaskets, manifold side down. Just slide that in. Just need to start the first. It's always the hardest by far. That is not started at all. I'm not even in the right one. It's down here. This first one stinks. Arm is killing me. My leg is getting magnetized to the car. I don't know what to do. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing right now? What are you doing today? Later after the video. Watch the whole thing, by the way. Don't skip around. Kills my watch time and algorithm and stuff. You know, it's like the most important part of YouTube. Watch time. I can't do this. I give up. You guys come over here and do it. I got it. There we go. Now we can keep going with the other bolts. And this is the easy side. Everything has to be lined up so perfect. Like, come on. Line up. Okay, there we go. Yeah, once you get 2 bolts in, then it kind of becomes easy. Okay, no, never mind. Thought I was gonna triangulate it and hold it or whatever. Oh, got it. Yes. The champion of the world. That other side is gonna stink. All right, this side was way worse, but I have them lined up now. So now I can try and get this bolt in, get in there. STS, backwards. I got it. Oh, I scratched it right there. It was without, it's like actually buffing out. No way. Sorry, eventual winner. There's a scratch there. Pretend you didn't see that. Can't see much over here anyway. I just got our oil dipstick in, our ground wire is done, everything is tight. And back on the driver's side, I'm just going over all of the bolts one more time. And they're nice and tight. And I'm a big fan of the matte black ceramic coating on these headers. That just looks serious. Once we give this a few heat cycles, I'll check the torque again so we don't have any leaks. We should be good. So now we are ready for spark plugs. Justin at Indiana Muscle is going to be tuning the Camaro. Eventually, he recommended the BR7EF. I use many different tuners depending on make and model of the car, and I always ask them which spark plugs they prefer and which gap. If they're an experienced tuner, they always have a preference, and I like to just do whatever they want. So this is going to be a colder plug, so we won't have detonation issues, and we tighten up the gap to 25 thousandths, so we don't have spark blowout. Spark plugs going in. Oh yeah. All right, we have our ceramic spark plug wires going on. Bam. And click there. Sweet. I gotta say, I'm a big fan of these. They clean up nicely too. We are all done. Let's go back up in the air. Header's looking pretty from down below. And I did hear back from the shifter company. I sent them some pictures. We both don't like these washers. Oh my God, that is so tight. You see those rusty washers in there? They're stacked on top of each other. They're the wrong size. They might be binding. I don't know why this is so tight. They tightened that up. They didn't tighten these up. I have my really long wrench in here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's move in. Got that kind of loosened. All right, what in the world is happening here? There's like a lock washer in here as well. And the owner of the company told me that's not their hardware. Yeah, I definitely believe that. That's not right. We're going with a collared bolt, brand new. I think those rusted double stacked with the lock washer might have been binding a little. So we're gonna tighten this one up. They also had the lock washer on the wrong side, so maybe that was causing it to bind. I don't know, guys. I don't know, but we gotta try something, right? I have the shifter done, now we can tighten these guys. That is much better. Oh my gosh, those were so loose. I'll hit those by hand as well just to make sure. We should be good there. We should be good with the shifter. We could move on to some shiny intercooler stuff. All right, silicone spray is gonna be our friend now that all of these are nice and clean. Oh yeah, they're gonna be a little bit more difficult to slide on, so we got that in there. This beauty right here, I remember, goes over yonder, and then it slides in there, yeah. And then it's gonna bolt in with one of those blocks right there. Cool. Tighten these clamps up. I always like to tighten these up by hand so I don't go crazy with the gun. They're just little clamps, you can definitely break them. I have a silicone coupler going over on the intercooler. Now we have this beauty going up. This is gonna connect under the hood. Do a little twist right here. Goes this way like that. This is all coming back to me, people. Oh yeah, slide that in there. Beautiful. I've got this pipe secured, and this one gets a bellow silicone with our SDS clamps, like so. Nice. Next is one of our 2 pipes under the hood, and this one has the blow-off valve, and I got a new tile blow-off valve in black. I'd show you the old one, but I think I threw it out in the pile of garbage, but it was completely frozen and locked up. I didn't mean to throw it out though, because it had the STS branding on it, but that was an accident. So this has an O-ring, and sometimes it's easier just to put this down, put this on top, otherwise that O-ring falls out. So I have our V-band on, and now we kind of got to get it over here. Oh, there we go. Cool. Perfect. Nice. Oh man, this is a beauty. Look at that. I got the bolt through the clamp, and now this is gonna go right in here. We'll get the other piece on there so we know exactly where. And actually, let's get our fitting in here first so we know exactly where this is gonna sit. This is a banjo bolt with 2 seal rings. Turn it up like so. There we go. It's gonna be our boost reference. So the new blow-off valve comes with a list of springs, and when they open, it also comes with this in case you need to weld on a flange. This is a real tile blow-off valve that I got from my friends at ECS Tuning. Yeah, the Euro parts place. They sell stuff like that too, and for a good price. So check them out. I'll leave a link down below. Now we have silicone here. Oh yeah. And then this is our new pipe with the mass airflow sensor. If you remember, this had a methanol nozzle, which we welded up and had powder coated. And this slides in like that. And then we have our silicone at the throttle body, and that goes in like that. Oh yeah. All right, I'm going over all of these, make sure they're tight. I got the gun set to stun, so we're not cranking down too much with that. And that's good. Mass air plugged in, sweet. Oh man. So this is what it looked like before with the shiny tube and the shiny STS blow-off valve. Not bad, but I like this. I like this so much better. That is sweet. With these awesome headers, the 68 Camaro would be proud. Next up, I want to install this right here. So there are 2 very long pieces. They pretty much go in the middle, and I think from there, it'll just help me kind of map everything else out. And this one mounts right here, and we got a nut on the inside. And of course, we're doing all fresh hardware, looking pretty. So this one goes about here. We moved the lift arms out as much as we could. Some of this is gonna have to get finished up off the ground because the lift arms kind of get in the way, but it's good. I'm gonna get the driver's side in there as well. Oh, there we go. Setting up our gold hardware. There we are. This is our next piece right here, and I believe it goes like this. And then we have a new nut in the subframe waiting for us. Yeah, I'm gonna be like a super ninja here and see if I can just get like 1 thread started. I'm not a super ninja at all. I wanted to be a ninja when I was a child, but I failed the ninja test, which is getting a nut inside of a Camaro subframe. Okay, there we go. So now I have to ninja hold it from the top. Man, big nutser would be really cool right here. Oh, did I get it? Yes, got it. Oh, ninja. All right, now we got some silicone going here. This one in like that. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there, people. All right, I'm sliding the silicone on. Got a couple of clamps. Sweet. Now we can tighten these up. Okay, that's good enough for now. I'm gonna go back and tighten them all by hand. Aha, tightened without me having to hold the nut in there. It's a ninja move. So we have our pipe going in from there, coming out and looking pretty. Oh yeah, that is awesome. Look at this with the header in the shot too, sweet. All right guys, it is time. It's time to get the exhaust up. This is really gonna help us map everything out so we can install the turbos and then see where all the cold piping goes to. But got the GN in the house, drove that in today. And we just washed up the Turbo Trans Am as well. We got the Cyclone. This is a lot of GM stuff going on at the moment. I go in waves, honestly. All right, but this goes in the back. I know that. We got turbo flanges. So we're gonna go like this. Put this down for a moment while I assess the situation. All right, so we're gonna slip on our little extension pieces right now. I got clamps on order for up front, so those will be here soon. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a tight fit, especially with the coating now, but that's good. Goes a little shimmy. Okay, and we have number 2 or number 1. Driver's side. And we'll actually turn this around so our O2 is facing this way. You never want the O2 on the bottom because it gathers moisture on the bottom and throws off the reading. Oh, this is tough. Whew, come on. Yeah. All right. Good thing I had my Wheaties this morning. All right, never mind. We have slip clamps for this. Really, really beefy ones. I forgot. This end is a slip clamp. This is a traditional clamp right here. I don't really know the name of that clamp, so I called it traditional because traditional just fixes everything. If you don't know the name of something, just call it traditional and then leave it up to that person to kind of feel like they don't know what they're talking about. All right, it's traditional, duh. All right, here we go. This is beautiful, beautiful. It's gonna hold in all the heat. We're gonna hear those turbos. Slides right in. That one too. Oh, it's got a little stopper there. That's weird. Very nice, very nice. And we got hangers in the back. Bam, and bam, and we get more bams. There we go, and one back here. Okay, cool. All right, that's kind of easy. Turb skis will go over here. We have our wastegate's gonna mount up there. But yeah, all of this was ceramic coated inside and out. I love it. And that is functional. The powder coating on the intercooler side is just more for looks, you know, because it's underneath the car where everybody looks. But yeah, we're gonna keep the heat in these turbos, so these things will go Next up, we can go back together with our beautiful turbo. I'm sorry, these right here. Yes, we're gonna go with these. So these are my new triple ceramic ball bearing billet wheel turbos from my friends at Comp Turbo. I put a Comp Turbo on my Turbo Trans Am. And what I love about these new comps is that you can get them waterless and oilless turbos. So they have that Zerk fitting and they use a special high temperature grease. So no oil lines, no more coolant lines. They're self-contained like a supercharger. That's awesome. Now you can probably also tell I went way, way bigger. I believe these are 6265s. So these are very, very capable turbos. Between the two, in a perfect situation, you could probably make like, I don't know, 1200, 1300 horsepower. These are very, very powerful turbos. And this is their latest and greatest technology. And they ceramic coated the hot side for me as well. And the turbine wheel is definitely bigger also. So this is matched perfectly for our combination. I told them everything about the car. Really nice guys over there at Comp Turbo. But anyway, let's get these on. Oh my God, this is the best timing ever. We have the GLS 63 giveaway winner coming. And I was waiting on one tire, UPS, yes. All right, hang on, before the turbo goes on, I have the winner of the GLS 63 about to pull up from the airport, title in hand. I got his 5,000 bucks and the keys to his very own GLS 63. Anyway, this full video will be on Legit Street Cars 2 as soon as Max gets done editing it. Well, then we have to finish filming it. Anyway, you guys can win the Camaro SS as well. LegitStreetCars.com, buy anything on the site and it's yours, but I gotta get to this. All right, it's a couple hours later. I am back. We went for some rips in the GLS 63 and now the winner and his wife are gonna stay in a hotel in downtown Chicago and I'm buying them Lou Malnati's pizza. But anyway, let's get back to turbos. You know, these things. And I got all new gold hardware.
I love gold.
So I've loosened this up so we can clock the turbo properly. We have new gaskets, which I kind of forgot all about. And these are actually from a 1988 Ford Thunderbird with a 2.3 liter turbocharged engine, T3 turbo. So it's a T3 turbo. That's what we needed. Okay, so this, if I remember correctly, yeah, it's gonna go like that. Nice. If I can get one bolt in, that would help. There we go. All right, one bolt there. Yeah, this hardware is the best. Okay, got a nut started there. Okay. Whew, take a little break now. Okay, hardware's in loose for a second here. But yeah, we need to clock this. And this pipe goes here and we'll make it, yeah, there we go. Okay, this is not lining up at all. And that is because the center section of the turbo is much longer. So we're gonna have to cut a little piece off of one of these pipes so it'll slide in more. I don't wanna do any cutting over here by the Camaro or the Eclipse. So we've got it set up on a jack stand. That'll work. A little sliceroo. You gotta do what you gotta do and cut it on a jack stand. That's normal. It's really cool too. All right, we made a cut. Ricola. Ricola. Remember that commercial? All right, so we're gonna add a clamp there and we'll slide this in. Then we'll get our silicone on this end into the turbo. And since it's loose, we can kind of let it lay in its most natural position, which I think is gonna be right about there. Cool, cool. We have one turbo connected on the boost side. That's awesome. Tighten up our clamps. Do a final tighten on the flange bolts as well. Yeah. Oh, that's mint. Turbo number 2 going in. Easiest turbo install ever. I'm gonna say that and then I can't line it up. There we go. Told you. So easy. This side's actually even easier. Something about new hardware, guys, and new turbos and new everything. New stuff is awesome, let me tell you. Turbo's all tightened up. We have this pipe installed as well. We had to cut it down a little bit. And since this is clocked perfectly, we can tighten up these perimeter bolts on the compressor housing. Click. It is now wastegate time. This has some really nice turbo smart gates on it. And we vacuum tested them. They work good, so we're gonna run them. I think eventually though, because they just have these dumping right to the ground, I might run like a little tiny 1 or 1.5 inch pipe and make a little mini exhaust for our wastegate. We'll see. Anyway, just a couple bolts for that. That looks pretty cool with the gate and the turbo. Oh, and something important on wastegates is this. This is the fire ring. Just make sure that it's perfectly seated. Sometimes you just gotta hit it with a hammer. Otherwise, this won't seal at all, and it'll just be like having an open wastegate. And you don't want that, and then don't forget your other gasket like that. Final piece of the turbo puzzle would be the air filters. I have way cooler looking ones than this. I don't like this at all, but this is just what we had in stock. So anyway, that is now going in here. Hopefully it fits, it should. And we're just gonna do the silicone right there. Oh yeah, Oh no, we got plenty of room. So I'm gonna end up getting a way bigger air filter, probably like a 6-inch. But for now, this will definitely work. Mint. Oh, and something else that I'm definitely gonna get is one of those big air filter socks that protects it from water. And I know 100% that those work because I have one on my turbo Jeep Wrangler, and I don't have a snorkel or anything. There's just a turbo under the hood, and I went through a lot of water, and the engine died, and I thought I hydro locked it, but that sock saved me from blowing up my straight six. And I didn't want to do that. We obviously need to do tailpipes as well, but here it is, people. Here it is, our almost complete and super updated rear mount turbo system. I think I'm gonna get this painted gloss black or a new one. This is gonna look so, so good. I mean, it already does. And this is mean 9-inch rear end, powder coated, beautiful pipes with a cleaned up undercarriage as well, yes. And the exhaust turned out so, so nice. All new clamps, all new sensors, 2-inch primaries, ready to make all the power. And cleaning up the subframe was definitely a good idea. This just looks perfect. Our final step under the car is a quick little oil change. There we go. And yeah, this is brand new oil. Basically, we just added a little bit of the AMSOIL flush and we're good. The oil that was in this thing, I think was at least 5 years old, maybe 10 years old. It was pretty dark. I think this thing's been sitting for a long time. Yeah, this is looking good, looking good. So I had a Wix filter in there before. This is a fine filter that's very slippery, but we're going for nothing but the best, the top of the line AMSOIL filter. There you go, Camaro, you deserve it. You deserve the best. And this kind of like satin oil filter matches better with the headers. Most important to match your oil filter to the headers of your car. Oil change is done. Let's bring it down. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I have to install our new O2 sensors. So we replaced these in the last video. They just need to go back in there, you know, to sense all the O2. They love sensing O2. I also have a brand new Bosch wideband sensor, so we can get some good data back to the tuner. Click. There we go. And we'll run this harness up for now and then feed down the rest in a little bit. Okay, now we can go down. All right, going back in with the good stuff. AMSOIL, nothing but the best for my Camaro. You guys know I use AMSOIL on everything, and you can get this shipped right to your house and save 25% by clicking on my link down below. This is the best synthetic oil ever made. And the first. We have oil, now we need to hook up a reference for our blow-off valve. So we'll slide on our vacuum tubing there. And this was disconnected when we got the car. This was plugged off. I don't think they have any of this used, so we're gonna borrow that for now. Eventually, I'll probably get one of those really nice Holley vacuum blocks so we can branch off to wherever we need vacuum. But this should work now because I wanna make sure we get a few little all right, we got this guy in a vacuum. It's holding up great, so our welds are looking good. And now we're gonna fill it up with some coolant. My new way of doing this, so I don't ever get any air pockets, is just mixing like 6 gallons of coolant with water. And then we don't have to keep swapping out the hose and getting air bubbles in it and everything. It's just one shot and you're done. I lifted it back up just to double check no leak, and we have no leak. So that's fantastic. This is 100% fixed. We got oil, we got coolant, we have forged carbon steering wheel with LED glowy lights and stuff, and I don't like it. I don't like it, people. We're gonna swap this steering wheel out right now. And yeah, I especially don't like this, that you don't do that again. All right, I got this harness here to remove. All right, we might actually need a puller. This thing's not coming off. These are insanely loose, by the way. Whoever did the steering wheel job, just bad, bad. Don't work on cars anymore. Come on, this is horrible. All right, we're gonna remove that. Okay, this all can stay. This is gonna stay. Come off. This should not need a puller. This is crazy. Okay, it's coming. Oh, I don't know what they did to this thing. Oh my God. Ah, that was the worst steering wheel ever. Here's the clock spring, by the way, totally broken. I don't know if we broke that or if it was broken before because we had the airbag light on, but dude, seriously, whoever did the steering wheel last, you're a bad person at this point, all right? I think you're a bad human being. I don't know who you are. You're probably a nice guy, but you don't know how to work on cars, man. Come on. Garbage. Oh, thank goodness. Thank you. The splines are fine. That is awesome. Goodbye, forged carbon. All right, we have a few 7 mils in the bottom. All right, now we should be able to separate this somehow. All right, we got the little plastic wedge in here. There we go, nice, yes. All right, so we'll lower that, raise this. Okay, now we have 4 little Phillips. Don't drop baby little screws. I'm surprised all these screws are even here. The last guy also didn't use a plastic pry tool and he kind of damaged some of that, but you won't ever see it. That's not cool. Now we should be able to remove this. And there's going to be a connector on the back or two. Okay, we'll remove that safety clip. There we go. Okay. There's nothing left of this thing. Great. But here is our brand new one. I like to just get new clock springs. Anything with the airbag system, I'm pretty particular on. And yes, it comes with all new harness too. Remove your angle sensor first. Read the back. Why does my new clock spring have less plugs than my old? You must remove the angle sensor from your old clock spring, mount it on your new one. Okay, this will add the additional plugs. Okay, so here is our steering angle sensor. And this, yeah, this was part of the old clock spring. So we need to remove that. Okay, I think it's these tabs here. Come on. There we go. Okay, that's out. This stays locked. That's why they have all this stuff locked in. All right, guys, this sensor really stinks to put together. I removed it completely from the car so I can slide it on. You gotta get this just right. Oh, I think I got it. Yes, did I do it? Okay, now I gotta pull this yellow thing out somehow. All right, plugging everything back in now. Okay, I got that in. And now that we're all lined up, we can push this on. And this little tool kind of breaks off. And we can discard and line this up perfectly, like so. Cool. Now we'll get our little screws in. Cool. Now we can put together our clamshell, if you will. That's what we're gonna call it today. Column clamshell. Clamshell yourself. Come on. Oh my God, clamshell. Ow. I have like no clamshell patience today. You know what I mean? All right, I think that's good. Get some screws back in here and we're almost there. All right, we're gonna pull this guy out. And now we have our beautiful factory steering wheel that's in excellent condition. It came with the car. And we can feed in our new airbag wires like that. Line up the steering wheel. This thing has a big keyway, so you can only go on one way. Don't force it. Yeah, right there. Nice, that's how it's supposed to be. So we had to make some wiring repairs to get rid of their ugly butt connectors for the horn, but they had all the airbags spliced in too. That's all brand new. So now we can plug that in there and this over yonder. And I believe this is for the horn contacts. It just slides in like that. I made a mental note that it goes gold to gold like that. And then this is the other part for the horn. And that's gonna go in about yonder. There we go. And this one has a silver connector. So I'll click that in. Now I have my bolts in there. Tighten these up. There's little springs behind it. And we don't want to impact those on. These are pretty small. Give them a little hand tighten. Okay, cool. So this is the contact for the horn. So you're like, beep, 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 beep. Get out of my way, Mustang. Now, final piece of the puzzle outside of the airbag is this big bolt. And we can't impact on, like that. And now our Camaro steering wheel airbag. Okay, these are labeled blue to blue, yellow to yellow. There we go, snap it in. Cool. All right, steering wheel is on. Oh, so much better, guys. I like it, I like it. I like carbon fiber steering wheels on some cars. I'm just not into the forged, that's all, that's all. There's nothing wrong with that if you're into it. Some people like gigantic slices of New York style pizza that's like really thin, and other people, really cool people like myself, like deep dish pizza. You know, it's just personal preference. One's bad, one's good. That's all. Just saying. We had super hacked up A-pillar gauges. Did not like that at all. So I got an A-pillar off of eBay, and it was only $28. Go GM. Okay, I think we're good. This is definitely a 25,000 mile steering wheel. This looks so good. Anywho, let's get this shifter back together. I reinstalled this plate and we'll get our little sound detonating stuff in here. There's one, and then here's another one. I don't know if these had two from the factory, but we're gonna go for it. Why not, right? Why not? Next, we have our SS shift knob, which I found out is like a $200 shift knob. It's pretty cool. So we can go ahead and install that like so. And I just tighten up the collar. This is nice and solid. Actually really like this shift knob. It's made of metal and it has a little cutout here. That way your fingers kind of fit in there. This is really nice. Kind of understand the $200 now. This will go down like that and we'll get all of our screws in, but this leather is really nice too. Now we have our factory retro gauges going back in. Very cool part of the 5th gen Camaro. And this just snaps together. All right. Oh man, guys. This 4th is gonna stay in 4th. It feels pretty good. It's solid. Oh, fingers crossed, people. All right, people. First start as a functioning twin turbo car, I hope. my gosh. Well, check it out. We don't have an airbag light on anymore. That's awesome. Oh, this looks so good. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Woo, yeah. God, the cam in this thing sounds good. Oh yeah, she's running good. All right, guys, let's drive this thing with turbos. Oh, you can't beat a cammed LS, can ya? We got the Nissan GTR back in the house, Quadra Kit Sierra, and we got the TA and the Grand National. We got a lot of them over here today. Oh, the steering wheel is a beautiful thing, people. I love it. Oh, this thing needs some tuning, big time, big time. All right, we made it down my ramp there. You know, the ground clearance is really not as bad as you would think. It's crazy, I can't hear the turbos. But you know what, in that video from STS, you could barely hear the turbos too. So I don't know if that's just how it is. I thought you could hear rear mounts. I mean, granted, I haven't really done much yet, but can't get too crazy too with this tune. I heard a little. Oh yeah, there's definitely something. I don't know if you guys can hear that. We're gonna have to film from the outside. I heard a little. That's a supercharger. I'm so bad with sounds. It was like. All right, let me just show you because they just sound bad. Oh, but hang on. Do we have fourth gear? I don't know. Okay, we're in fourth like we were before. Oh no, we're in neutral. It pops out, and then if I hold it, no. Oh no, there. All right. This is definitely gonna need some big time transmission work, but you know I'm gonna fix it right or get a whole new trans. We're gonna do it up. Whoever is winning this car is gonna get a nice one. Oh, I can hear a little. Guys hear that? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So like we don't have any reference going to the wastegate right now, so I cannot go crazy or we're gonna overboost, and the engine just died because of this horrible tune. But oh my gosh, I felt it boosting and it just wants to rip if it would literally stay running. Man, I cannot wait till we tune this car. Yeah, this thing is just not running well at all. Okay, are we even gonna make it back right now? Shoot. Why isn't it running at all now? Okay, there we are. Stay alive. What is going on with this thing? Okay, we're back. Oh. Guys, this car is gonna be insane. That is seriously not even a quarter throttle. That is not even a quarter throttle. So we're hearing a little bit of turbo, but this is gonna rip. This car is it dead? It's dead. It's gonna rip. It's back, it's back. This tune is disgusting. It ran better. Yeah, we gotta go back. We gotta go back to the shop. Under like 3,000 RPM, it runs so bad. But I checked with the computer, it's not missing. I think it's just overfueled like crazy. You see those things spooling? Yes, you can't hear it though without any load. That is just like my Turbo Trans Am. You can sit there and rev it all day. You don't hear any turbo noises, but I'm not giving it a fair shake just yet because, you know, we need it to run well. All right, let's go. I figured out why this thing is running so bad. This popped off. And this has a mass airflow sensor. Oh my God, this thing is running so rich. My eyes are bleeding. Hang on a second. Because yeah, I could barely rev it up. This was not like how it was before. It ran great before. I swear I had that tight. We didn't get any real boost. Hang on. If this like clears up, oh my God, my eyes are watering. If this clears up where I can rev it again and it doesn't stumble off idle, then that's it. It makes sense. Okay, it immediately fired up really nice. Oh, that's it. Look at this, right off idle. I couldn't do that before. It was stumbling like crazy. Makes sense, it had to get above 3,000 RPM because the pipe was kind of close. So the mass air wasn't getting a reading, so that's it. Let's go for another ride. Oh, and if you guys were wondering at idle, yes, they are spinning like crazy. Look at that, awesome. What's cool is we'll still see that when we get the tailpipe slash downpipe in, which is pretty neat. Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that? That's the noise. Yes, it's running a million times better now. We're getting into boost. Move it, people! That's so much better. That was still like quarter throttle. I swear I'm not beating on it. Yes! Okay, seriously, those were all quarter throttles. That's all that was. And this thing's running so rich, I'm sure it's fine, but we're just getting into a little tiny bit of boost. That's all. This thing handles so well, guys, with those big sway bars. Oh, I forgot we have no fourth. Oh my God. Yeah, still no fourth. All right, well, I didn't really think doing the washer thing was gonna fix anything. It was the only thing I could find that looked out of place without ripping the entire transmission apart. But now you guys gotta hear this from the outside. Woo! Not the only one out here. I think that was a boosted Civic or an NA Civic. I didn't really hear any turbo stuff. We're not getting any blow-off valve, which is fine. That means I'm not really getting into a ton of boost. So there's not much to blow off, but I'm sure we will. I love twin turbo Camaros. All right, one more, people, one more. Yes. All right, now we can go back to the shop. Woo! Oh my gosh, this is such a great car. I love it. Well, I gotta say, after working on the Camaro for the last few days and now driving this thing, turbocharged manual transmission without the, without fourth, it has inspired me to take my turbo manual transmission Trans Am out of storage, which storage is just a few feet over that way, but I haven't driven it all winter long, and I'm just giving it a once over, and I'm gonna cruise this thing all weekend because after going for a ride in that, I want that to kind of continue on. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I'm so excited for this car. I can't wait till the next episode where we get even closer to getting this thing on the dyno to see how much power it makes and then finishing everything mechanically, and then we gotta get into cosmetics. It's gonna be amazing. Do not forget to enter the giveaway, LegitStreetCars.com. I'll drop the link down below. Share the video with your friends and family and hit that subscribe button. We just passed 1.5 million subscribers, which is insane. So now we are officially on the road to 2 million. I guess we've always kind of been on the road up. I don't know. But anyway, it's a free little button and it is the best way to support this channel and all the crazy things that we do here. So I hope you guys have an awesome day and I will see you all in the next video. Can we just talk about what's going on here? What's going on? Cyclone, twin turbo Camaro, Trans Am. We got the Clips, the 68 Camaro. High school Alex would seriously not believe this at all. So again, thank you guys so much for subscribing to the channel. I sincerely appreciate it. The last 10 years on YouTube has just been a wild ride. Sneezed during voiceover. Yep. We got all the intake pieces. We have all of our cold side intercooler. We have all of our intercooler pipes, what is this called? Powder coated. I can reach max, I'm not that sure. And one more. Let's try and do it in between rings. Bloopers. Goodbye, car. Yeah. Goodbye, car forged. We get it. We got it. All right.